Hey, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice. I'm getting ready to roll Game 7. I believe it's Game 7. And this is a 3-game set at Philadelphia. This is part of our giveaway series where I ask a trivia question and you answer it. Send the answer to combatpainter@yahoo.com. And you're going to be entered in a drawing, which I will do live, and we'll see who wins. I'm going to send out the 1992 season with the XBs. The only caveat, of course, is that you have to put them together yourself. I cannot do that. In other words, they're not in teams. But the set is in really good condition. Now, we're playing a game here, April 15th, 1987. It's the Mets at Phillies. And we're going to get started right away. Playing center field for the Mets is Lenny Dykstra. At second base is Wally Backman. First baseman, Keith Hernandez. Gary the Kid Carter at catcher. Batting fourth. Batting fifth is Darryl Strawberry, the right fielder. Batting sixth is the left fielder, Kevin McReynolds. At third base is Hojo, Howard Johnson. Batting seventh. Batting eighth is Santana, the shortstop. And batting ninth is Sid Fernandez. Sid Fernandez is a CX, and he's going to be facing Kevin Gross, who's a D. With no letter grade, we're ready to roll and play ball. APBA basic 25. That's grounded and up the middle and through to center field. So Dykstra's on with a single. Lenny Dykstra on with a single, and Backman an 18. Oh, all right. That may be an error. Shortstop is what is? Can't remember what Jels is. Jels is the shortstop. And he's average shortstop, and an 18 is going to be an E. No, it's going to be a ground ball. Let's wait a second. Run around first. It's going to be an E6, and runner advances to second base. So the Mets have the first two batters on, first and second. Nobody out. Keith Hernandez. Here goes. It's a 54. That's lifted to right field. That may be Dykstra's F, so the right fielder is a 2. First and second, let's see. That may be that may allow the runner on second to advance. First and second. A fly ball to right. F on second advances to third. So Dykstra is going to hustle. Tag up, and he makes it to third. So there's runners on first and third now. And Gary the Kid Carter. Here's our APBA dice. And that's going to be popped up to the shortstop. 2-away. Jelts is right there. And Darryl Strawberry. And an 8. That's going to be a single base hit. Dykstra scores. 1-0 Mets. RBI single. And over to third is Backman. First and third, RBI for Strawberry. 1-0 Mets here in the top of the first. And Kevin McReynolds, he lifts one to deep right field. Back goes the right fielder, James, to the track and makes the catch. F9, Mets pick up 1 run on 2 hits. The run's going to be unearned, but it's a run nonetheless for the Mets, and the Mets did 1-0. We go to the bottom of the first. 26, that's Milt Thompson steps into the box, and that's strike 3. So Sid Fernandez strikes out Milt Thompson. Samuel now, and that's ball, high outside. 65, and that's popped up behind the plate. In foul grounds, Carter throws his mask away. Makes the catch. 2 down, 63, and that's line, but right at the center fielder, Dykstra. F8, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the second. It's Johnson. 23, strikeout. Johnson K's. Santana, 32, that's a 2-hopper to the second baseman, Samuel, over to first. Hayes scoops it. 2 down, and that's a strikeout. Sid Fernandez Strikeout number 2 for Kevin Gross. 3 up, 3 down. We go to bottom half of the second inning. Mike Schmidt. And that's a foul ball. 35. That's a base on balls. Mike Schmidt walks. Parrish. 56. That's a strikeout. Strikeout number 2. Mike the Hitman Easler, lefty batter, steps into the box. Here's a pitch from Fernandez, 64. That's a strikeout. Number 3 for Fernandez. Second out. And it's Donnie James, CJ James. That's going to be Snake Eyes, and that's going to be a 3 with a runner on base. I don't even know what that is. A 3 with a runner on base is going to be a double to center. Runner scores. S out at home. I don't believe that. Oh, anybody scores with 2 outs. RBI double. RBI double for James, and that scores Schmidt. The game is tied at 1 apiece, and it's Jelks. Here's the pitch to Jelks, 61. And with the runner on second at 24 is popped up, shortstop. And that retires the side. The Phils pick up 1 run on 1 hit. Game tied going to the top of the third. Lenny Dykstra is 1 for 1. And he lifts one to center field. Backman. And that's a fly to right. 2 away. And Hernandez. 64. That's a 41. 41 is going to be a with nobody on. 41 is a ball that's a comebacker to Gross. And the throw to first. Oh, no, it's over the first baseman's head. And Hernandez is going to make it to second base on an E1. So 2 outs. Hernandez is in scoring position. And that's a 35, which is a pop-up to the third baseman. Schmidt, he's there. And that retires the side. The Mets lead 1, score none. Bottom of the third. Kevin Gross to lead it off. 33. That's line base hit for Gross. Gross is an average speed. How you doing, guys? How you doing, Danny? Mets won again today. Early game, a noon game. They swept the Marlins. Like, that's hard to do, right? Milt Thompson with Gross on at first. 55. That's going to be a single. Gross is going to hustle over to third. Drops in front of the right fielder, Strawberry. First and third now. Nobody out here. In the bottom of the third, it's 1-1. And that's popped up. First and third, 35 is the result. And let me just take a look at that quickly. A 35 is popped up to the right side. And that's Backman calling for it. Makes the catch. Pop 4, 1 out. And Hayes, 31. That's a 9. But runners on first and third, that may actually be a hit. Usually a 9 is an out when there's a C pitcher involved. C pitcher, a 9. Single over short. 1 runner scores other to second. If 2 are out, other to third, there's only 1 out. So first and second, the Phils take the lead on the RBI single by Von Hayes, the Phils' first baseman. And it's Mike Schmidt now with runners on first and second. And Fernandez, Sid Fernandez, better pitch extremely carefully to Mike Schmidt with 35 home runs. And that's going to be a single, RBI single. Line to right field. Around to score is Thompson. Over to third is Hayes. First and third now. 3-1. Phils. Only 1 out. Mets are playing the infield halfway. Parrish, 18. That may be, let's see what that is. First and third. 18 is a hit by pitch filling the bases. Bases loaded. 3-1 Phillies, bottom of the third. Phillies started the inning with a hit, pop-up, hit, and a hit by pitch. So Sid Fernandez has lost it a bit, to say the least. And it's the hitman, Mike Easler, excuse me. He's going to end the 87 season with the Yankees. And here goes, bases loaded. Mets are trying to get out of the inning. It's 3-1. It's still early, and the Mets have a heck of a offense with a D pitcher on the mound. So we're not going to play the infield in. We're playing it halfway for the double play, and that's going to be a strikeout. So Easler strikes out, second out, and that's going to be the fourth strikeout of the game for Fernandez. And it's C.J. James. Here's the pitch, and that's a 32. It's a ground ball, second base. And Backman over to Hernandez, and that retires the side. But the Phillies pick up 2 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and they lead it 3-1. We go to the top of the fourth. Darryl Strawberry's leading it off. It's the pitch from Gross, and that's grounded to second base. Samuel over to Hayes, 1 down. McReynolds, that's popped up. And Parrish is there, 2 down. Johnson now, 2 out. Hojo, and that's line base hit to left field. Hojo, a 2-out single. And Santana, 45. That's going to be a base on balls. First and second with 2 outs. And it's Sid Fernandez. Here's the pitch to Sid Fernandez. That's a 25. A 21. What is that going to be? First and second, the result is a 21 on Sid Fernandez's card. On the fielding 2, it's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. And that's an E that goes off the glove, off Hayes' glove. The bases are going to be loaded now. It's going to be an assist for Schmidt. An assist for Schmidt and an E on the first baseman, Von Hayes. Bases are loaded, so it's 5-E-3. Bases are now loaded. And who's up? Let's see who's up. It is Dykstra. As you can see, I put all my Mets into the sleeves. Right? I used the baseball sleeves, the baseball card sleeves. Here they are, and I'll show you what that looks like. I like to protect my cards, especially with the team that I'm kind of playing a lot with, because they're going to get beat up pretty quick. These are the sleeves that work with the APBA set. And you get these, and so if I decide to play the whole season, I would start doing the starters for the Phils and for all the teams that I face again and again. I would do the starters. I don't do the bench guys, because I don't really use them that much to really mess them up all that much. All right, so Lenny Dykstra, he's 1 for 2 on the day. It's the top of the fourth. It's 3-1 Phils. There's 2 outs and the bases loaded for the Mets. The lefty Dykstra is coming to bat to face the righty Kevin Gross. Here's the pitch to Dykstra. That's a 63, and that's a deep drive to center field. Back goes Thompson and makes a nice running catch to end the inning. Mets leave the bases loaded. 1 hit, no runs. And after 3.5, it's Phillies 3, Mets 1. Here's Larry Jet Gels. 66, that's going to be a second column, 33. And that's going to be a ball that hits off the top of the wall in, hold on a second. Yeah, in left field. Off the top of the wall. It looked like it was over there for a second, but it doesn't. It didn't get over. Comes back into the field of play, and that's Gels into third base with a leadoff triple. And Kevin Gross now, the batter. Infield is in for the Mets, 44. That's base hit. Run scores, 4-1. RBI single for Gross. I'm going to double check that with a runner on third against a C pitcher. An 8 should be a hit. Yeah. Thompson now. Gross is on at first. Here's the pitch. 21. It's lifted to shallow left. Running in is McReynolds. Makes the catch, 1 away. Samuel pops it up. It's an infield fly. 35 is Carter. Flips the mask. Makes the catch, 2 away. And Hayes. That's a base on balls. First and second now. This may be the last batter for Fernandez. There's action in the Mets bullpen. 41, ground ball hit right at the shortstop, who flips to Santana to Backman, 6-4. And that's a force. That retires the side, but the Phils pick up another run on 1-2 hits. And they lead it by a score of 4-1. Backman leading it off. And that's a ground ball to third base. Schmidt fires the first, 1 away. Hernandez, who's 0 for 2, 53. That's going to be an E5. So Schmidt makes an error. Hernandez is on at first, and Carter, 26. High heat gets Carter. That's strikeout number 3 and out number 2. The pitch to Strawberry, Kevin Gross to Strawberry, 26, and that's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks, 3 and 4 here in the top of the 5th. And Fernandez is still in there. Going to pitch to Parrish, Easler, and James. That's snake eyes. That's double column. Double column 46 is a double. Pulled into the corner, into left field. McReynolds after it into second base is Parrish with a leadoff double, and that's going to be all for Fernandez. He goes 4 innings. Gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. Potentially 5 runs. We don't know right now. 1 walk, 2 walks. 2 walks and 4 Ks. No home runs. And we're going to bring in now. We're going to bring in, you know what? Cone pitched in this game. We're going to bring in David Cone. Let's grab the David Cone's card here. We have the extra cards, as you can see. And there he is, David Cone, a deep pitcher. He's a DY. And he's coming in the 5th inning, bottom of the 5th inning. No double switch. Not worried about that right now. Four to 1 Phils. Leadoff double, runner on second, nobody out, bottom of the 5th. And it's going to be the hitman, Mike Easler. 33, that's going to be a line drive base hit. And Parrish may hold up. He will hold up. He's an S. I'm going to hold him up. First and third now. James. Here's the pitch to James. 42. That's a base on balls. Bases loaded. Infield in now. Jels. 43. A 29 with the infield in. Bases loaded. Infield in a 29. Okay. Wow, that's not good. Dish took off the channel that broadcast the Rangers. Oh, I hate to hear that. And that's frustrating as heck, that's for sure. 29. Bases loaded, 29. Infield in, batter 1. It's a comebacker to Cone, who flips to the catcher. The throw to first, not in time. So it's going to be a 1-2 fielder's choice. A 1-2 fielder's choice. Bases still loaded. And Kevin Gross, 31, a 23 with the bases loaded. What the heck is that going to be? Wow. All right. Bases loaded, 23 is infield in, hit by pitcher. Batter to first. That's going to force in a run. Hit batsman. RBI. Bases loaded. So Kevin Gross is hit. Kevin Gross is actually 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a hit batsman. He's got 2 RBIs today. So he's having quite a day. And it's Milt Thompson, infield's in for the Mets. Snake Eyes, trouble, 31. And that's going to be pulled down the line. It's going to rattle around. It's going to roll away from the right fielder, Strawberry. Scoring easily is James, followed by Jels. And here comes Gross. And the throw home is cut off and flipped to third base, and he's safe with a triple. A bases clearing triple for Thompson. RBI, RBI, RBI. Thompson's on at third now. Score now is going to be 8-1. Mets are taking a beating. And that's going to be 35 with a runner on third. Playing APBA Basic, guys. APBA Basic 35 is popped up to the shortstop. Shortstop Santana, he waits for it. And that's going to be out number 2. Von Hayes. The pitch, 35, 37 with a runner on third. I don't know what that means. Wow, we're getting a lot of wacky numbers here. 37 is a pop fly to the right side. Hernandez, he waits for it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. But the Phillies pick up 4 more runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. The big hit in the inning was the bases clearing triple by Milt Thompson. We go to the top of the 6th. Who led the Mets? The question of the day for the drawing, and we're basically this game and then one more game away from the drawing, because then I want to do something. I found another set that I'm going to give away, a Stratomatic set. And I'm going to play 92, probably the 92 Mets, Stratomatic 92 Mets, and then I'm going to give away. It's a special set. I got to track it down. Oh wait, I think I see it. Hold on, let me grab it. I want to give away a NL Hall of Famers. Got a little writing on them. I got these from Greece. NL Hall of Famers. Look at that. A little bit of writing on them, but still very playable. Not into this sort of Hall of Fame kind of thing. I want to give these away. So the AL Hall of Famers and the NL Hall of Famers. I think that's pretty cool to give those away, right? And then I'll start giving away all these sets. I have tons of Stratomatic stuff, like 61, 81 teams, 61 teams, 2019, 27 Yankees, and stuff like that. What do you guys think? Pretty good? Fun? So I do have some stuff that I'm never going to play with. So anyway, you guys got a sneak peek at what will happen in the near future. All right, top of the 6th, it's Kevin McReynolds. Gross is still on the mound for the Phils. It's 8-1. The question was, who led the Mets in stolen bases in 1987? McReynolds, and that's going to be pulled down the line into left field corner, and Easler gets to it, and Reynolds is on at second with a leadoff double. Johnson, and that's a single. McReynolds is going to score easily. RBI single for Johnson. It's 8-2. Johnson's on at first. Santana, 33. That's going to be a 0, second column, and that's going to be a single. And that's going to allow Johnson to go to third. First and third. First and third with the pitcher Cone up. Wow. So this creates a situation where we're going to have to bring in a pinch hitter. It's going to be Lee Mazzilli. Maz is going to pinch hitter. Lee Mazzilli, first and third, nobody out. Here's the pitch. 31. That's a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's a C. So that's actually first and third. That's going to be a single. RBI single. Pinch hit single for Mazzilli. And Santana is going to stop at second. First and second. 8-3 now. Go to the top of the order, Dykstra. All right, here goes. 15. Oh, boy. We got first and second. That's going to be an 11. And that's going to be a single over second. One runner scores other to third. So it's 8-4 now. And Mazzilli goes to third. Dykstra with an RBI single. Oh, let's put that there. And now it's Wally Backman. Pitch to Backman is low, but there goes Dykstra. The throw down by Parrish, not in time. Stolen base by Lenny Dykstra. Second and third now. Here's the pitch to Backman. 22, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. And around to score is Mazzilli. Right behind them is Dykstra. It's a 2-run single, and the score is 8-6, and that's going to be all for Gross. The Mets are back in the game. Mets are back in the game, and the Phils are going to bring in Tolliver, Armin, Jackson, Bedrosian. Let me see quickly here. Yeah, we're going to bring in Wally Ritchie, DeColvey, Bear, Calhoun, Tolliver, Carmen, Jackson. I'm going to bring in Jackson and Bedrosian because those are the guys I know we're playing for sure. I'm going to bring in Jackson right now. And he's coming in there. So it was 5 innings for Gross. He really got stung here in the top of the 6th. It's an 8-6 ball game. The Mets are back in it. And it's Hernandez, 43 at 29. Kevin Gross is out of there. Jackson is an X, so 29 may be a strikeout. Fielding 2 at 29 with runner on first base. And that's going to be a comebacker. And Jackson goes to second for 1, back to first, not in time. So it's a fielder's choice. 1-6. That's the first out of the inning. Hernandez is on at first. Gary Carter, 33. That's going to take us into the second column. Oh, a 22 would have tied the ball game up, and that's going to be a double. It's going to be second and third now. So the tying run is on its second base, and Gary Carter, who's slow, so he's going to have to stop at third base on this hit. Let's see Darryl Strawberry. Here's the pitch to Darryl Strawberry. That's a deep drive to right field. Back goes the right fielder. James to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. The Mets have taken the lead 9-8 here in the top of the 6th inning. A 3-run shot. And that's Strawberry's 6th of the season. 3-run home run by Darryl Strawberry. And the Mets taking 9-8 lead. And it's going to be Kevin McReynolds who started us off with a double, a leadoff double. And that's a base on balls. So McReynolds is on with a walk. Johnson. And that's lifted to center, shallow center. In comes Thompson. Makes the catch for out number 2. And it's Santana. 25, and that's a single. Hustling over to third is going to be McReynolds. First and third. And that looks like it's going to be all for Jackson. Jackson goes 0.2. Jackson goes 0.2. And he gives up, wow. Let's see what he gave up. Can't even figure that out. Yeah, Jackson gave up a 1, 2, 3 hits and a walk. and a 3-run home run. So 3 hits and a walk, including a home run. And we're going to have Bedrosian now. He's an A pitcher. XZ. So Bedrosian's in there. And it's Lee Mazzilli. Lee Mazzilli was second at bat in the inning. He pinch hit for Cone, who potentially could be a winning pitcher. We'll see what happens with that. Mets still have to win the game. It's still early. It's the top of the 6th inning. And Mazzilli's going to bat again with 2 outs. Runs on first and third. And that's going to be lifted to shallow left field. Back goes Tojo. In comes McReynolds. McReynolds calls him off, and that retires the side. But the Mets, wow, they come through big time. And the big shot is Strawberry's three-run home run. And the Mets take a 9-8 lead. They scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runs in the top of the 6th inning on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits and a walk. Oh, that was crazy. Wow. Okay, so we're going to get a new pitcher for the Mets. And who's it going to be? Let's see what we got here. We have Almond, Hurdle, Aguilera, blah, blah, blah. We've got Sisk. We've got Randy Myers, Jesse Orozco. I'm going to do, you know what? Where is, there's one guy that I don't see that I wanted to use. Mets were using him early on. See if I could track him down. Walter. I'm going to bring in Walter. Gene Walter. I thought I had an official APBA card for Gene Walter. It doesn't seem that I do. Thought I did have that, but I don't. Anyway, we're going to bring in Gene Walter. So be it. He's actually a BW. Gene Walter's coming in. He's going to face Mike Schmidt. And Cone went, Cone went 1 inning. And Cone gave up 1. Yeah, Cone didn't do very well. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 runs on 1, 2 hits. So Cone did not do very well. Walked him, 1 walk, and no strikeouts, no home runs. So you get 4 runs in 1 inning, and he may end up being the winner if the Mets can hold on. Gene Walter now. So Cone is out. And Mazzilli had 2 at-bats. We're going to write that in. 2 at-bats for Mazzilli. Put that down here. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI. Maz. All right, Mike Schmidt. The pitch from Walter. 15. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. Santana over to first, 1 away. 43. That's going to be a ground ball comebacker. Walter over to Hernandez. Makes the catch. And Easler, 40. That's foul back. 63 is a fly ball to right. Strawberry, 3 up, 3 down. Top of the 7th. It's 9-8 Mets. The question of the day, guys. The question of the day. Oh, we got some comments. I think it's very nice there. Yeah, no problem, Dodgers. Get in on it, man. Get in on it. Tabletop Sports. Hey, CPA. How you doing? TSD. All right, all the good old boys are around. Great. All right, top of the seventh, Lenny Dykstra. If you look at how I did this, I'm going to follow it up in the seventh inning. Hopefully it doesn't go past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters. But with Bedrosian, an A pitcher, I think I should be okay. Because then once I do this inning, because I had to jump over, I don't like using the same box for 2 different events. It gets ugly. So I just jump over. So actually I used some of the seventh inning, but now I'm in the seventh inning. And as long as I don't get past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters, because then I'll have to jump over to the eighth inning, I'll get through this inning and everything will be back in line. So, yeah, because I had a lot of guys bat. You know, I had like 12 or 13 guys bat in that sixth inning. All right, so Lenny Dykstra. Nails was his nickname. 15, that's line, base hit for Nails. And Wally Backman is next. And Wally Backman squares, fouls it off, and there goes Dykstra. So Dykstra is safe at second base with his second stolen base of the game. So Backman is nobody out. So Backman's going to swing away now. And that's a fly ball to right. The right fielder is a 2, so Dykstra may actually tag up on this, and he does. F to third. F to third. I got to get more of those in payoff pitch. More tagging up with fly balls to right and center field even, especially if you're a fast batter. So the infield's in right now for the Phils. It's 9-8 Mets here in the top of the seventh. The Mets scored 8 runs in the top of the sixth to come back from an 8-1 deficit. Yes, believe it or not, the Mets were down in the top of the sixth inning by a score of 8-1. They scored 8 runs and took the lead on Darryl Strawberry's 6th home run of the year, of the early season. We've only played 7. This is played 2, 3, that's 5. This is our 7th game. He's got 6 home runs. Darryl Strawberry, a monster early on. Infield's in for the Phils, and it's Keith Hernandez. 51, and that's Bedrosian's an 8 pitcher. Bedrosian's on the mound, and let's see what an 8 is going to be. A single over second base, runner scores. So Hernandez comes up big here. RBI single, scoring Dykstra. Hernandez on at first. Gary the Kid Carter, 42, and that's a 38. There goes Hernandez, I believe, on the 38. And he is safe at second. I'm going to put the second stolen base of the inning. So Hernandez is a second base now. Gary the Kid Carter, 56. That's popped up. It's going to be the shortstop there. 2 away. And Darryl Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry's 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs in this game. Here's the pitch to Strawberry, 24, and that's a fly ball deep left field. Back goes the left fielder. Easler to the track, makes the catch, and that retires the side. So that's 1 run on 1, 2, 3 hits, and it's 10-8 now, Mets. And now we're back a line now. We'll start the 8th inning there. So that's good. That makes me happy. I'm actually glad Strawberry made out there. That was the 3rd out of the inning. And it worked just perfectly. Otherwise, I would have had to jump over to the 8th inning box because of that crazy 6th inning, where so many guys came to bat. Who else is around? The Masons. The Masons are doing it, man. The Masons are doing it. James. Donald Chris C.J. James from Rusk, Texas. Here's the pitch from Walter. 41. That's grounded out to the shortstop. Over to first. 1 away. Jeltz. 13. That's a walk. So Jeltz is on at first. And we're going to get a pinch hitter now. And the pinch hitter is going to be Kevin Gross. Gross number 2. Kevin Gross. Actually, you know what? We're going to bring in a righty. We're going to bring in Aguayo. Louis Aguayo. Pinch hitter. Here's the pitch to Aguayo. 15. That's a 9. Walter is a B, so that's going to be an infield hit. First and second. So the tying run is on at first base now. And get rid of these pitchers. I have to check something out here. Good. Okay, we're going to bring in Hume, Bogosian, Jax Hume. Okay. Let's see if I got Hume here. That'll be our next picture because I just looked up the following game and Hume was on the roster. So he's, if I have him, I don't know. I can't print out anybody in the middle of a game, so I may have to go backwards. Yeah, I don't have Hume to drag. Let me see if he's in. If he was traded to somebody during the course of the year. And I have Schatzeder as well that I may have to look up. All right, Hume played with the Phillies and only with the Phillies in '87. Oh no, he was with the Reds as well. Wait a second. Hume was with the Reds, so I'll be able to find him and I'll be able to use him. That's good news. Okay, because that's how APBA does it. They put in the player with the last team he was with, so he may have played with Philadelphia the whole season, the whole year, but he ended up finishing the season with the Reds. And we're going to pull Hume now. Look, this set has never been used. Hume. Let's see. Where is Hume? Not there. Not with the Reds. That's weird. Maybe just didn't have enough action. Franco, Hoffman, Jones, Larkin, Murphy. Yep. He should be. Oh, you know where he is? I know where he is. He's with the extra players. Ha ha! And I do have the extra players, my friends. I do have an old classic extra players. Look at that. Yes, believe it or not. Turning yellow, extra players. Cincinnati, let's see if Hume is there. Thomas Hume. Boom. I am a genius. Thomas Hume. Let's do that. And we're going to grab Hume out of this bunch. And we're going to bring him in with the Phils. Done. Problem solved. All right. Okay, so we got first and second, one out, and Thompson. We are going to bring in, Thompson is what? Thompson bats lefty, so we're going to bring in Jesse Orosco. Jesse Orosco is going to come in for the Mets. He's a D pitcher, XYZ. So he's a DXYZ. And he's coming in right there to face Thompson. So that means Walter went what? Walter did what? Walter went 1 1/3, 1.1. Walter gave up 1 hit and 1 walk. Struck out none. No home runs. So Jesse Orosco's in there for the Mets now. Walter's out. Jesse Orosco's in. Facing Mill Thompson. Runners on first and second. Scores 10-8 Mets. Here's the pitch. Oh, boy. We didn't want to see that, fellas. That's not what we wanted to see. 33. That's going to take us to the second column with runners on first and second. And Jels should have good speed. Should be back here somewhere. Gels, they're average speed. Okay. So second column, see what happens. 25, and that's going to be a ball that's pulled down the line into the right field corner. And coming around to score is Jels, and right behind them is Aguayo, and the game is tied at 10 apiece. Oh my goodness! And that's a triple. The second back-to-back triples by Milt Thompson. He's got 5 RBIs. He's got 3 hits. And 2 triples and a single. Milt Thompson. The infield's going to come in for the Mets. And, man, not the pitch that Roscoe wanted to throw for sure. And it's going to be Juan Samuel, Sammy Samuel, who's got good power. He's got a 1 at 66 and a 5 at 33. And he will be facing Jesse Orozco. Infield in for the Mets, 1 out, 54. That's a fly ball to right field. Strawberry's out there, and he's got a decent arm. Let's see what happens. And it says 32. It's going to be F scores on that fly ball, and I believe that Thompson is an F, and he is. So the Phils have retaken the lead 11-10 on the sacrifice fly to right by Juan Samuel. So there's 2 outs now, and it's Von Hayes. 62, that's going to be a 41. And with nobody on, what is that? A 41 is a comebacker to Orozco, but he throws over the first baseman's head and around to second base on an E1. A 2-base error by the pitcher, Jesse Orozco, allows Von Hayes to reach second base. Going to walk Schmidt. Intentional walk. We got a roll for that. That's a 15. That would have been a hit. Parrish. And that's going to be line of the second baseman. Actually, no, I think it's a strikeout. First and second. 25. Nope. It's line. That's actually ground ball to the shortstop. 6-4. Fielder's choice. Or force out, 6-4 fielder's choice. And that retires the side, but not before the Phils pick up 3 runs on 1, 2 hits. And they take an 11-10 lead. 11-10 lead. And we go to the top of the 8th. It's going to be Kevin McReynolds. Do we need a new pitcher? Not sure that we do. Yes, we do, because we pinch hit for Bedrosian. So it's going to be Hume, and we said that already, so we should be good. Hume is a D. We're going to use that roll, 24, and that's going to be a fly ball, shallow left. Right there is Easler, makes the catch, 1 away. Hojo, 41, that's grounded to Jeltz, fires the first, gets Hojo by half a step. And Santana, 61. Again, grounded to shortstop for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 11-10, Phils. Orozco still in there, facing Easler, 64. That's a strikeout. Curveball gets Easler. Don James. James is 1 for 3. He doubled, drove in a run, walked and scored a run. 35, a 9. We said that Orozco was what? No, not Orozco. Who was pitching for the Mets? Who did we say? Was it Orozco? Yeah, it was Orozco. Yeah, it's Orozco. He's right there. All right, so that's going to be a single. James on with a single. Jeltz now. 62. That's a strikeout. Strikeout number 2. 2 outs. And Hume. We're going to let Hume bat here. 26, and that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Santana flips to Backman for the force. 1 hit. No runs. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Last licks for the Mets. Last licks for the Mets. And the Mets are going to bring up a pinch hitter. And the pinch hitter is going to be Clint Hurdle. That's right. Clint Hurdle played with the Mets. He had, I think, 3 at-bats in 1987. That's actually a good question for my last game. Clint Hurdle, pinch hitter. Here goes. 35. That's a fly ball, deep right field. Back goes the right fielder. James to the track makes the catch. So Hurdle gave it a ride, but just not deep enough. And it's Dykstra with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. It's 11-10 Phils. What a crazy game. And that's a ground ball to the second baseman, Samuel. over to Hayes, 2 away. Mets are down to their last out. Wally Backman, 26, and that's a swing and a miss. Ball game is over. The Mets lose it. Crazy, crazy game here. 21 total runs scored, and the Mets lose it by a score of 11-10. But it was an exciting game from start to finish, boys and girls. Yes, it was. All right. Wow, I don't even know where to begin. So the losing pitcher was Walter. Gave up a ton of runs here. 1, 2. Walter came in, gave up those 2 big runs to tie it. All right. The Phils. Okay. Then it was Orozco, who went 1 inning and 2/3, 1 and 2/3 inning. He's going to get the loss. Orozco gets the loss. Yep. He gave up a huge hit there. And then that run scored. That was the go-ahead run for the Phils. The 11th run was given up by Orozco, so he's going to get the loss. 1 hit, 2 hits, 2 hits. And runs, he gave up 1 big, huge run. 2 runs given up by Walter. And it was an intentional walk. And how many strikeouts? 2 strikeouts. No home runs. Mets total gave up 13 hits and 11 runs. Made a couple of errors, I think. Let's see real quick. Error. 1 big error there by the pitcher. 2 base errors. So the Mets had 1. Mets gave up 11 runs and made 1 error. Errors by the Phils. 1 error. 2 errors. 1 by the first base. 3 errors. 4 errors. Phils made an error by the shortstop, an error by the first baseman, an error by the pitcher, and an error by the third baseman. So Phils had 4 errors. Mets had 1. See how many hits the Mets had. Let's see. Let's start with Gross. Gross went 5 innings, and he gave up 1. Wow, he did pretty well. Gave up only 3 hits. But he did give up 1, 2, 3. Wait a second. Yeah. Wait a second. That's wrong. He went 5 innings, but he gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, 7 hits, 8 hits, 9 hits. He gave up 9 hits. Yeah. 9 hits, and he gave up a ton of runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, and this run's going to be attributed to him. 6 runs. 7 runs. And 6 of them earned walks. This is Kevin Gross we're going at. 1 walk. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Home run's a big home run. No, actually that home run was allowed by Jackson. So no home runs there. So the score, the line on Gross was 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Jackson didn't fare much better. Gave up 1, 2, 3 runs, actually 2 runs. And walks, he gave up a home run. Strikeouts, no strikeouts. No strikeouts. He went basically he went 1/3 of an inning. It's a disaster, man. I put Jackson as being Jackson went 1/3. Well, he got an out there. And he went 2/3. All right. Now Bedrosian, I believe Bedrosian comes in here. He goes 1 1 1/3. Bedrosian gets pinch hit for there. So Bedrosian is actually going to be the winning pitcher. And Hume is going to get a save. Bedrosian went 1/3 of an inning. And then he got pinch hit for 0.1, but he did his job, got the out. And then Hume is going to go 2 innings and is going to get the save. No hits, 1 K, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Hume gets the save. Bedrosian gets the win. The Mets lose by a score of 11-10. The question, you guys got the question? Guys, make sure you answer these questions and you send it to combatpainter@yahoo.com. The question is, who led the Mets in stolen bases in 1987? Never been PNC, grew up Three Rivers. I missed that. Been playing baseball, so I'm 64. Grew up in Eastern Ohio. We are family. 79. Yeah, 79 Pirates. All right, guys. That's it, man. Thanks for stopping by. CP Cards and Dice. Give me a thumbs up when you get a chance. And we're 1 game away from the drawing, and then I'm going to switch over. I don't know how I'm going to do this, if I'm going to keep on playing the 87 Mets. They're a lot of fun. They got a crazy offense. They have terrible pitching, though, and it's pretty frustrating with the Mets pitching. I got to see a little bit more. I got to take a look at what pitchers they're using to be more comfortable with that. Dan Schatzeder. That's what I wanted to see, if I can find Dan Schatzeder with a team, because that was another guy that the Phillies are using. Dan Schatzeder. And Schatzeder in 87, yeah, he was with the Phillies, and then he went to the Twins. All right, so if I pull the Twins out, I will be able to have Dan Schatzeder as well for the next game. That's somebody else I can bring in. Let's see if he's in here. He may be in the extra players, which I found. Dan Schatzeder, that's an S, right? An S. Let's see if he's in here. RS. Nope. Schatzeder's not there, so let's see if he is in the extra players section. Let's see. I'll have him for next game. So I have to find the Twins. Twins, Seattle, Minnesota. There he is, Dan Schatzeder. Perfect. All right. So I'm doing that, doing this, doing that, and I'll have Dan Schatzeder for the last game in case I need him. He was out of the bullpen. They were using him out of the bullpen. And I'll put him with the Phils. And this is a drag. With payoff pitch baseball, you don't have to do all this. But again, this is my childhood game, APBA baseball. So I love APBA baseball. I mean, I taught my son, tabletop gaming using APBA baseball, because this was really one of the few games that I really knew and I felt comfortable with. I felt the other ones, I didn't really have time to try to learn them. But then I all of a sudden I had a job. Funny story. I got a job in the middle of nowhere, and I had an office, and I had my own bathroom, and I had my own color printer. I had nothing to do. So I just sat there and just started, trying to learn new games, and I started just surfing YouTube, tabletop baseball games, the Mets, and just started seeing all these games, started paying attention, saying, hey, I can do that. That's not too tough. And then I got into one game, then I got into another game, then I got into another game, and now I got like 5 or 6 games. Now I'm very excited about this. I want to share with everybody. History Maker Baseball has 2019 coming out in about 2 weeks. Okay. Oh man, I can't wait to play the Mets, to get McNeil, and to get Alonso, and to get Davis, and Frazier, all these guys. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have a blast with that for sure. History Maker Baseball comes out with the 2019 season in about 2.5 weeks, something like that. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll be the first one buying that. I should put in my pre-order already. I don't want to rush them, though, because I want them to wait. to last, till when he feels strongly that, hey, those numbers are going to be pretty much, in line with the final numbers. Um, so anyway, and that's it. So I'm going to finish one more game, April 16th, Mets at Phillies. I'm going to do that game. I'm going to have the drawing. It's going to be live. I'm giving away the 1992 APBA season. 1992 is one of my favorite seasons. But the caveat is you got to put the teams together. They're all mixed up. This is just one batch of cards. This is not all the cards. I'm selling you a complete set. I'm sending you a complete set. I'm taking care of the shipping. All right? And that's the deal with that. And after that, then I'm going to give away this other set. What did I do with it? Oh, this one. It's going to be a strat set. Hall of Famers. I got the NL Hall of Famers and the AL Hall of Famers. I'm going to give that away. Then I'm going to start giving away all these other teams that I have, the 27 Yanks and so on. I got a lot of these teams. I got the 62, what is that? 62 Giants. I'm going to give away all these as well. I'll play strat, and we'll have another giveaway, and we'll have fun doing that, and I'll send it out to you guys. You guys can enjoy it and play stream some games with the teams that you won, and then say, hey, I won these teams, and I'm streaming them. And shout out to CP Cards and Dice, being a cool guy. And that's it, man. That's it for this game. Disappointing that the Mets couldn't hold on, but they have, terrible pitching. It's just terrible. They don't have anybody at all that's worth anything except for Doc Gooden. He won't be around for another month and a half. He's a 15-game winner for the Mets in '87. Thanks, brother. Thanks for the compliment. Tabletop Sports Delaware. So are you guys. I have a blast with all you guys. With our little hobby, our fun hobby, our chill out hobby. We relax and just, just kind of de-stress, right? And that's it. So this is CP Cards and Dice. Anything else I wanted to mention? Now I want to actually buy the Mets team from 1988. The baseball cards, so I can actually pull up the players when they do something good, and I can have the pictures and see what they look like. I think that's kind of cool to do. I do that when I do my payoff pitch 1979 replay, which I have about 30 days left. They have a month left to finish that. And the stats are really good with payoff pitch, man. They're really close. Very, very close. So this game holds up with all the other games. That's one thing I want to do. And what else do I have in my mind? That's pretty much it for now. Like I said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get my 92 strat set. Probably play the Mets. 92, a few games, and have maybe the beginning of the season. I don't want to do World Series stuff anymore. I don't want to do World Series. I don't want to just play good teams all the time. I don't know. I just don't want to do that anymore. I'm not crazy about pitcher replays. I'm kind of bored with that because you miss a lot of stuff and you don't get the other pitchers and you don't get the good flavor. You're just jumping from every 5 games. So I got that's a little bit of drag for me. It's cool to watch and that, but it just became a drag. So now I'm just doing beginning of the season, middle of the season, the last few games, the last 10 games. I did the last 10 games for Thurman Munson. I did the last few games for Bill Buckner. I did the last few games and the first few games for Keith Hernandez. Just kind of, celebrating, paying an homage to these great players when they came, when they went, if they passed, and so on. Those, I think, are kind of cool ideas. Oh, thanks. Who's that? Dodgers, yeah. Yeah, I have about 30 games left, and now we're looking at the stats a little bit more closely. So the 79, I reported the stats in the last couple of games that I played. I didn't play last weekend. I just started a new job, and, it requires a lot of energy, but it's good energy that I'm using. And I feel that I'm valued, so I'm coming back very positive. I do a big presentation today, and and I'm coming back very positive. So I'm having positive energy, positive vibes to share with everybody. So I started streaming. I got the GoPro and I hooked up. I got a new laptop. I had to do a whole bunch of steps because I have an old laptop from like 19. It's like Windows 7. And I connected my camera there and the thing said, we don't read that. What is that? That's a foreign device. Yeah, GoPro is from 2018. And my laptop's from 2007. It didn't read it. So I had to get a new 2016 laptop. And now I finally am able to stream, thank goodness. And that's about it. So I'm going to say see you later to all you guys. And I will be back tomorrow with the final game. It's going to be a total of 2 with the Pirates, 3 with the Braves, and 3. It's going to be 8 total games. And then we're going to do the drawing live. That'll be fun. I got about 10 guys, 11 guys. So get your names in there, answer the other questions, get your name into the drawing. It's a good chance you'll win. You'll win a really nice set that you'll have to sit there and kind of put. Now, I wouldn't even be giving the set away because I really love 92. That's the year I met my wife and I actually played 92. The following year, I ordered the cards and I played with her. But I can't sit there and put them together for 2 weeks. I did it with the 91 season. I sat there, or the 1990 season, and it took me 14, 15 hours. I don't have that time. I do not have that time to put that together. So I'm looking for another 1992 set. And I'll even buy it back from you. A year from now, you play it and you want to sell it, just contact me and I'll pay you for the set once you put them back in their envelopes. And that's it. Combat Painter is going to say take care, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Have a great night, and I hope you enjoyed the game. Final score, the Phillies 11, the Mets 10. Crazy comeback for the Mets. They scored 8 runs in the top of the 6th, and they took a 9-8 lead. But the Mets pitching is a disaster, and they could not hold the lead, and they gave it up, and the Mets ended up losing by a score of 11-10. The win is going to go to Bedrosian. The save is going to go to Hume. The loss is going to go to Jesse Orozco, who had a terrible year in 1987. One of the reasons that they didn't make the playoffs. Take care, guys.